Once upon a time, a panda named Pipkin lived in a cozy bamboo forest. Pipkin loved to eat bamboo, but sometimes he felt a little bit bored. Every day seemed the same. Eat, sleep, play, repeat. One day, Pipkin found something amazing under a pile of leaves. It was a map. This wasn't just any old map. It shimmered with golden light.
Adventure awaits.
Pipkin knew he had to follow it. Pipkin packed a bag full of his favorite bamboo snacks. He took a deep breath and stepped onto the path shown on the map. The map led him away from his home and into the unknown. Pipkin felt a little bit scared, but mostly excited. A grand adventure was about to begin. The map led Pipkin through the trees. The bamboo forest grew darker and thicker. The trees here were taller than any Pipkin had ever seen. Their leaves were emerald green, and sunlight dripped through them like sparkling jewels. The air hummed with the sounds of unseen creatures. Pipkin felt a little nervous, but he kept going. He knew something magical was waiting for him.
Wow, this place is amazing.
The path led Pipkin deeper and deeper into the forest. He saw strange and wonderful plants he had never seen before. Giant mushrooms glowed with soft purple light. Tiny colorful birds fluttered around his head, singing sweet songs. Pipkin realized this was no ordinary forest. It was an enchanted forest full of wonder. He couldn't wait to see what was next.
Who's there?
Pipkin looked up and saw a wise old owl perched on a branch. The owl's feathers were a mix of grays and browns, blending perfectly with the tree bark. It was as if the owl was a part of the tree itself. The owl had big, round eyes that seemed to see right through Pipkin. Those eyes were deep and knowing, filled with the wisdom of ages. Pipkin felt a shiver run down his spine as the owl's gaze met his.
Hello, I'm Pipkin, and I'm following this map. It's supposed to lead me to a very special place.
He showed the owl the shimmering map. The map glowed softly in the moonlight, its lines and symbols almost dancing on the parchment. The owl hooted softly and looked at the map. Its eyes scanned the intricate details, understanding the journey Pipkin was about to undertake.
This is a map to the Crystal Cave. It's a place of great beauty and magic. Legends say that the cave holds secrets and treasures beyond imagination.
Can you help me find it? I've heard so many stories about its wonders, but I'm not sure which path to take.
Follow the path until you reach the River of Dreams. The river is known for its calm, reflective waters that mirror the night sky. There, you will find a boat made of moonlight. It will appear only when the moon is at its highest point in the sky. It will carry you to the cave. The journey on the boat will be serene, guided by the gentle glow of the moon.
Pipkin thanked the owl, feeling a sense of gratitude and excitement. The owl's guidance had given him hope and direction, and continued on his journey. The forest around him seemed more alive, the trees whispering secrets of the path ahead. He was grateful for the owl's help, knowing that without it, he might have wandered aimlessly, and he was even more excited about reaching the Crystal Cave. The anticipation of what lay ahead filled him with energy. What wonders would he find there? The thought of the cave's beauty and magic spurred him on, eager to discover its secrets. Pipkin soon arrived at the River of Dreams. The sight before him was unlike anything he had ever seen. The river seemed to stretch endlessly, its surface shimmering with a magical glow that danced in the light. It was as if the river itself was alive, whispering secrets of ancient times and forgotten tales. It sparkled and shimmered like a ribbon of liquid silver. The water was so clear that Pipkin could see the riverbed, which was covered in smooth, colorful stones that glinted like precious gems. The gentle flow of the river created a soothing melody, a natural symphony that calmed his heart. The air around the river buzzed with a strange energy. It was a palpable force, almost like a soft hum that resonated with his very being. This energy seemed to infuse everything around it, making the trees, the flowers, and even the rocks appear more vibrant and alive. Pipkin saw the boat made of moonlight that the owl had told him about. It was a delicate vessel, its surface glowing with a soft, ethereal light that seemed to come from within. The boat looked almost too fragile to touch, yet it floated effortlessly on the water. It bobbed gently on the water, its surface glowing with an ethereal light. The boat seemed to beckon him, inviting him to embark on a journey unlike any other. Pipkin felt a mix of excitement and trepidation as he approached it. Pipkin carefully stepped into the boat. The moment his foot touched the surface, he felt a warm, comforting sensation spread through his body. It was as if the boat recognized him and welcomed him aboard. As soon as he did, the boat started to move. It glided smoothly over the water, guided by an unseen force. Pipkin didn't need to steer. The boat seemed to know exactly where to go. It glided silently down the river, guided by an unseen force. The silence was profound, broken only by the gentle lapping of the water against the boat. Pipkin felt a deep sense of peace as he watched the landscape pass by.
This is incredible. The beauty of the river and its surroundings left him in awe. Every turn revealed a new wonder, a new marvel that took his breath away.
The river flowed through a landscape even more fantastical than before. The banks were lined with flowers that glowed softly in the moonlight, their petals shimmering with a delicate luminescence. Trees with leaves of spun gold lined the banks. The leaves rustled gently in the breeze, creating a soft, melodic sound that added to the river's enchanting symphony. Waterfalls cascaded down from cliffs, their water sparkling with all the colors of the rainbow. The sight was mesmerizing, each droplet catching the light and creating a dazzling display of colors. Pipkin felt like he was floating through a dream. The surreal beauty of the river and its surroundings made everything seem otherworldly, as if he had stepped into a fairy tale. The journey on the River of Dreams was peaceful and calming. The gentle motion of the boat and the soothing sounds of the river created a perfect harmony that lulled him into a state of deep relaxation. It gave Pipkin time to think about the adventures he had already experienced. He reflected on the friends he had made, the challenges he had overcome, and the lessons he had learned. This journey was not just about reaching a destination, it was about discovering himself. The boat finally came to a stop at the foot of a towering waterfall. Behind the waterfall, Pipkin could see the entrance to a cave. This had to be the Crystal Cave, but a wall of vines covered the entrance.
How am I going to get through these vines?
Then Pipkin noticed something sparkling among the vines. It was a tiny golden key.
Wow, a golden key. Could this be the way in?
Pipkin reached out and carefully took the key. As soon as his paw touched it, the vines began to part, revealing the entrance to the cave. Pipkin's heart pounded with excitement as he stepped inside.
Inside the cave, I gasped in amazement.
The walls sparkled and shimmered, covered in thousands of crystals. They reflected the light in a dazzling display of colors. But Pipkin was even more surprised by what he saw next. Hundreds of lanterns, each one glowing with a warm, golden light, floated in the air. They drifted gently, illuminating the cave with a magical glow.
Wow, this is incredible.
Pipkin reached out and touched one of the lanterns. It felt warm and comforting. As he watched, the lantern drifted closer and nuzzled against his cheek, as if giving him a gentle hug. Pipkin felt a sense of peace and wonder wash over him. The floating lanterns seemed friendly and welcoming. In the center of the cave, Pipkin saw a pool of water so clear it was like looking into a mirror. The water was so still and pristine that it seemed almost otherworldly, as if it held secrets from ages long past. The cave itself was adorned with crystals that sparkled in the dim light, casting a magical glow all around. Light from the lanterns danced on the surface of the water, creating shimmering patterns. These patterns seemed to move with a life of their own, weaving intricate designs that mesmerized Pipkin. He felt as though the cave was alive, breathing with the rhythm of the flickering lights. Pipkin realized this must be a magical pool. The air around it felt charged with energy, and he could sense a presence, something ancient and wise, watching over him. It was as if the cave itself was whispering secrets to him, urging him to look deeper.
I wonder what this is. Pipkin's voice echoed softly in the cavern, mingling with the gentle sound of dripping water. His curiosity was piqued, and he felt a strange pull towards the pool, as if it was calling out to him.
He leaned down and looked into the water. The surface was so clear that he could see the tiny pebbles at the bottom, each one glistening like a precious gem. As he gazed deeper, the water seemed to shift and change, revealing something unexpected. To his surprise, he saw a reflection, but it wasn't his own. The image that stared back at him was both familiar and foreign, a face that held wisdom and experience far beyond his years. It was the image of another panda, but this one was older and wiser. The eyes of the reflection sparkled with kindness and understanding, and Pipkin felt a sense of calm wash over him. This was no ordinary reflection. It was a vision, a glimpse into something profound.
Who are you? Pipkin asked, his voice trembling with a mix of awe and curiosity. He had so many questions, and he hoped this mysterious figure could provide some answers.
The panda in the reflection smiled at Pipkin. It was a warm, reassuring smile that seemed to say, "All will be revealed in time." Pipkin felt a connection, as if he was meeting an old friend or a long-lost mentor.
"Welcome, Pipkin." The voice was gentle yet powerful, resonating within the cave. It filled Pipkin with a sense of belonging, as if he had finally found a place where he was meant to be. "You have shown great courage and kindness on your journey." The reflection's words echoed in Pipkin's heart, reminding him of all the challenges he had faced and the friends he had made along the way. "Always remember the friends you have made and the lessons you have learned." These words were a gentle reminder of the importance of his journey and the wisdom he had gained from each experience.
The image faded, leaving Pipkin staring into the water, deep in thought. He pondered the meaning of the vision and the words spoken to him, feeling a newfound sense of purpose and clarity. He knew he had found something truly special in the Crystal Cave. This place, with its magical pool and ancient wisdom, had given him insights that would guide him for the rest of his life. Pipkin felt grateful and inspired, ready to continue his journey with a heart full of hope and determination. Pipkin knew it was time to go home. He said goodbye to the floating lanterns and thanked them for their warmth and light. As he left the cave, the wall of vines closed behind him, hiding the entrance once more.
"Thank you, lanterns. Goodbye."
Pipkin climbed back into the moonlit boat and drifted back down the river of dreams. He waved to the wise old owl as he passed by.
Hoot, hoot, farewell, Pipkin.
The owl hooted softly as if saying farewell. Pipkin's heart felt full of joy. He had experienced so many amazing things and made new friends along the way. He knew he would never forget his adventure. The journey had taught him that even the most ordinary panda could have extraordinary experiences. Finally, Pipkin arrived back in his own bamboo forest. It felt good to be home, but something had changed. The forest seemed brighter and more alive than before. Pipkin knew it was because he was seeing it with new eyes, eyes that had been opened to the magic that existed all around him.
Home sweet home.
From that day forward, Pipkin continued to explore, even in his own backyard. He knew that adventure wasn't just about faraway places. It was about opening your heart to the wonders of the world, both big and small. And so, Pipkin the panda lived happily ever after, always cherishing the memories of his surprise journey and the valuable lessons he had learned along the way.